This is a pair of pliers that I have modified in order to be able to adjust set screws on scissors. And I don't know if you've ever noticed, but the set screws on scissors are always all boogered up. It's because you never can get enough force on there. Now, I didn't come up with this idea, but I did come up with the design. They do make some like this. I'll link them in the description in case you're interested, but I wanted to see if I can make a pair. And the idea is you can use this to have a lot of down pressure on the screw as you're turning it, and that keeps you from popping out and messing it up. All right, let's get started. This is just a pair of channel locks from Harbor Freight, and then I've got this magnetic bit holder. Took one of these and I turned it down like this. Basically, I just turned the stem down on it to make it round so I could get it through a hole. And then I took a piece of 1/2" steel and I bored it out, left the end solid, and then cut a hole big enough for that stem to come through. So now I've got that. And I'm going to put a little brass washer on there, make it turn a little bit easier. So the next thing I've got to do is to cut this off. I have 3D printed a little stage. I had a little black, I guess, still left in there, kind of made it look muddy, but so that'll go on the lower jaw like this. And I made that so that if the jaws don't line up perfectly, it'll give a little bit of rocking back and forth to help it line up. So if I line this up, I want these jaws to be pretty parallel, kind of like that. It looks like I'm going to need to cut this off right about here. Alright, this is hardened, so we're going to use a diamond cutoff wheel. I demonstrated this in a video just a couple of weeks ago, if you're interested. So now I've got to look at just getting this attached to here. Here's the setup to weld this on here. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see because the gun's so big and all that. I think it's going to just cover everything, but here we go. Okay, here's the setup to get this welded to the top of our channel locks. And I'm just going to tack it, and then I'm going to make sure that everything lines up, and then I'll finish welding. We got the right angle piece welded onto our cylinder, and then I got that welded onto the jaw of the channel locks. These are flat across here, so you can clamp it down and then get a registration, you know, to get this straight, to put this on something to get it flat and straight. Then we've got our platform down here. I drilled a hole through here for a pin, and I had to anneal this jaw right here because the jaws are hardened, and you know, you just heat it up to red hot and let it cool slowly. And I think that pin is 5/32 or something like that. Drilled that hole through there. This little stage, of course, I 3D printed it. This is supposed to be a prototype to just see how it works. But of course, like a lot of things I do, I prototype them, and then I never change out the prototype. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, so then to finish this part out, I've got this. I put a little bit of grease on it and a little brass washer, which is actually up in here, and I can't get it out now. So, because it's stuck with that grease. There we go. So I made this little brass handle to go on the top of it, like that, and I'm going to put this spring on there, and then I'm going to epoxy that on there. I'm just going to clean it with a little bit of acetone to make sure that there's no grease on there. Okay, so that's got our handle epoxied on there, and let's see if it works. Okay, so we put it on the screw like that, and we can tighten and loosen them. It's usually just, you know, a quarter of a turn or something that you're looking to get them aligned a little bit better. Yeah, that's working great. Okay, I'll do some future videos on aligning scissor blades and setting the right tension on them to get them to work properly. Hope this was interesting to you. Thank you for watching.